Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be testing out a very cheap Vagabond fit for T4 Firestorms. This is pretty cheap, a lot cheaper than my other quote-unquote cheap fits for T4s. It goes just under 200 million ISK. See here, 199 million here. What a surprise, an Ancillary Shield Vagabond fit. Ancillary shield boosters are very common for the Vagabond because it's got really good shield boosting bonuses on it, and you're able to fit like two of these right here. Means that you can like use one of these ancillary shield boosters, and then when it's like on reload, then you can use the other one, and they give so much shield boosting as well. And they're also very cheap, so you can sort of rely on using these. And even though you're using very cheap modules, they're very powerful, and the resistance of the Vagabond are actually pretty good as well. So we're not using a multi-spectrum shield hardener. What I'm doing is, just turn off this as all damage control. I've got 85% thermal resist because I'm using this thermal shield hardener right here. And then I've also got an explosive shield reinforcer right here to buff the explosive resist, because it's also a pretty low explosive resist on this ship right here. And it's really good because this ship has quite low kinetic resist, and that is the main like damage type or resist type that you don't need when you're going out into the abyss. So it's good that this ship has not used a lot of its resistances in the kinetic department, because then there'll be a lot of wasted resistances. So we'll just change clones right here. I want to have a fresh clone. So no implants right here. Okay, let's get down to business. And I want to also use some basic boosters as well, just to give us just a little bit extra shield boosting. I have used this fit before. Basic test. The tank was coming close at times, but there were some tough Triglavian waves I was up against, and I guess that's going to be the main challenge here, because we're going to be going in a Firestorm site, and Firestorms we reduce the thermal resist, and then Triglavians do a lot of thermal damage. So even though we've got a hefty amount of thermal resist, 84%, it will go down quite a bit when we're in the Firestorm sites. But again, these large ancillary shield boosters are really powerful, very strong. We have a lot of capacity to spare, and the great thing about it is that these don't use any capacity either. So it's just overall really powerful. So even if we do get neutered out, theoretically we'll still be able to use this. And then we've got the thermal shield hardener that doesn't use a whole lot of capacity either. Like this uses hardly anything, just 1 gigajoule. And our weapon systems, the autocannons, they're also not using any capacitor. So even though if we do somehow get neutered out, we can still use these, we can still fight. And we've got the assault damage control as well in those oh crap moments. So overall we've got some pretty like situational weapons. We've got situational defenses. We can use to overheat these, use these, and then assault damage control when we need it. We're pretty powerful right here, and for a very low price as well. I'm just gonna check here. We've got full drone bay. We've lost a warrior last time I did this. Warrior 2, and I've got warriors because they have got shield HP bonus. Actually, maybe I shouldn't go with warriors. I'm just thinking that if I've got little light drones, it's probably going to be better that I go with some shield based drones, because they're going to take a lot of damage, and we want that big tank to recharge. But then again, maybe not warriors, maybe hornets, because hornets have more HP. I think I can check here if we just see now. If we go with this here, Warrior 2 and Hornet, compare these. Shield capacity, yeah, oh, the Hornets are much stronger in terms of their shield. So we'll go for the Hornets then. Dump these and go for the Hornets. Even though it's not following the Minotaur theme we've got going on, still. Okay, we need some hard shell. Hard shell. There's one. And synth blue pill. Oh. Synth blue pill. There we go. Okay, we've got these. We can consume these. Get some extra shield boosting capabilities. With our ancillary shield boost, they're going to give us so much shield boost. You see, at 300 HP per second, raw HP if we were to just use it like that. Do we have a filament? No, we don't have a filament. Okay. Let's just check now. How much should we got? 370 HP per second, raw HP. With overheating these. That's crazy, the amount of tank we could potentially get. So this is a really powerful ship right here. The AutoCannon is a bit crap because of their range. They've got a good fall off, but they've not got so good range. So we will have a bit of problems sometimes here, especially since we've not got web, but the Vagabond is naturally pretty quick as well. So the quickness will sort of be a way to complement web that would otherwise be used to get close to stuff or keep stuffing close. And autocannons in one way are very good because they've got good tracking compared to other weapon systems. Now probe scanner. I want to have the probe scanner here with the drones like this. So I didn't address the elephant in the room right here. We've got a pretty fancy skin right here. The Heart Surge skin for the Vagabond. The default skin of the Vagabond I think looks pretty cool actually. But we're going to be using this Heart Surge skin. I'm guessing the only way I got this is through a login reward because I can't remember ever buying this skin. But it's a pretty cool looking skin. It's great to see that I've got it. Activate filament. Let's do this. Okay, Lucid Deep Watchers, FE Altus. Let's go. Getting close. Speed is 931 HP per second, so that's what I'm talking about. You know, the Vagabond is a pretty quick ship. Let's move this to DPS. A thermal armor or shield resist module on. I wonder if we should actually probably be carrying some nanite repair paste. So if we want to overheat these, we can use these a lot. But I don't think we need to overheat these a bunch. So use our autocannons. I'm not doing any damage at all. Unfortunately. Oh, our drones are taking a beating. So go further. Where are the Lucid Deep Watchers? I can't really see them. Oh, there they are. The red background is just sort of covering our sight. Oh, he just popped right there at the moment he got a good transversal going on. See, one cycle right there, just bloop. So much HP is saved. Get in here. You can orbit the Deep Watcher at maybe 2,500. Oof, 1k volley on that Fire Watcher right there. A little frigate, you know, 1k volley. Really great to see. Have we got? No, I don't think we've got any. I don't think we've got any demon automatic suppressors close. Can have them go for this Deep Watcher over here. We'll orbit this guy. Like even though we've got a really crappy optimal range, the fall off is really nice. So you're able to still hit decently far out. Oh, we can just orbit like this. Cool, cool, cool. We'll actually go for the FE Altus just so we don't have to take so much shield damage. So Vagabond is a pretty special ship, just how quick it is and how good tracking its weapon systems have got, and how it's got a really weird kind of optimal range to fall off ratio. I mean, you can see how powerful our shield boost is. We've barely had to use anything at all. And we're just boosting up so much. But then again, it's not a pretty challenging wave we've been facing either. But I think this is one of those ships that have a lot of potential in doing the cheap T4 Firestorm or the cheap T4 Abyss. Like the optimal T4s, I think, for doing cheaply. T4 Darks, T4 Firestorms, extremely cheap filament prices. So if you're able to run them in a cheap ship, you've got a really great risk-making method right there. Because you're risking little for getting a lot of profit. Penetrating shots, you can see that kind of good stuff we've got going on right here. Unfortunately, our raw DPS is not particularly good. 549. What resist we've got? Minus 70%. What is our resist? I'm curious. What is our resist to minus 70? So 73% thermal is still decent. It's our second highest. Even though we've got a minus 70% thermal resist. We can see it's a pretty tedious wave. Lucid Deep Watchers are pretty fat ships with a lot of HP. And also, usually the first one goes a bit slower than the other one. Because of the remote reps. Let's see what time is. We're approaching 4 minutes. Not actually looking so good in terms of time. We've got a tracking enhancer right here just to boost tracking a bit. It's always good to have. And a collision accelerator. So we get some extra DPS. And we've got the 425mm. I wonder if you can have bigger autocannons. If they can have bigger autocannon. 425. There's no bigger autocannons than 425 autocannon, I think. Or for medium at least. An orbit at 2.5. We probably should have carried some nanite repair base. That would have been a bit of a smart idea. Oh, and I know why these guys are also taking such a long time. Because we're in a firestorm site, so naturally they're going to have their armor buffed up to big levels here. they would have been a lot weaker if we were in, for example, a gamma site, or even more like an exotic site. Would have gone very quickly. Well, gamma and exotic would have actually gone the same speed just because of the ships here not having any shields at all. But the armor, on the other hand, oh, they've got big armor. So approaching 5 minutes. Oh, this is actually a good time tester, I would say. I mean, if this was minus 50%, that would not be good. We would have been very slow here. How much overheated DPS do we have? Can check here. We get some alright amount of DPS when we overheat it. I don't know how worth it would be to overheat this. It would give us that little extra edge that we sort of need, actually, when we're running into these kind of time issues. So this is a good, I guess, introduction to this ship, that time can be an issue. I wonder if my skills are not particularly good for the autocannons. Actually, no, we're not using Tech 2. Because if we were using Tech 2, you would affect the specialization skills. And that could affect the DPS, but the specialization skills don't affect the faction ammo we've got right now. So now it goes quicker because we've gone through his big armor. Yeah, that time does not look good. And if this was minus 50%, we would probably, if we would stumble into this 3 times, we would have perhaps died to the timer. But on the other hand, it is a really cheap ship. You should get what you pay for, you know. Okay, we'll take out this deep watcher right here, getting close. Oh, we are recharging that ancillary shield booster. Let's go to the next wave. I'm not really too acquainted with what the best strategy of using these is. Best to always reload them or keep them on standby. We'll see here. Either way, we're up against Triglavians. Gonna pose a big threat to us. They are pretty strong. Okay, we've got a lot of starvers as well. They also need to be a bit careful. Got an assault damage control as well. It could be good to have. We'll go for the Vedmak first because they have a lot of DPS and remote wrapping capabilities. Okay, we'll try approaching him. We will try approaching. We'll start by using our assault damage control. Just to, save a bit of time that we would have otherwise used to get the, ancillary shield boosters. And then now we can use our ancillary shield booster maybe. Bloop. Just, take it up a little bit. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage now. Orbit 500 right here. That's good. All things considered, we're neutered out almost, and we're still able to tank like an absolute boss. Need to keep that thermal resist online. It's pretty important right here. I think it's a lot more important than the Afterburner. There we go. Get a thermal resist right there. That's good. That's good. That's good. And we could probably overheat these. I'm not sure if it's good to overheat them or not. I know a lot of PvPers are probably going to think, "Oh, Aceface, what the heck are you talking about? It's always good to overheat your ancillary shield boosters." But I'm not really sure. What is the best strategy right here? Oh, activate the keep at range 10 kilometers. Need to activate this thermal hardener whenever I can. There we go. It is a really good module to have online. And now our shields are plummeting. Oh, come on now. No. Come on. Attack. I'm not doing the right commands. Oh. Now this is when we probably want to overheat. Okay, I see when we want to overheat now. Thermal resist on. Overheat a bit. I'll keep it at range here, 10 kilometers. Little frigates are causing us so much problems. The thing is, they have been spooled up to like max damage. So they're doing a lot of damage right now. So now it seems like it's going a bit better. And even though we're getting capacitor empty all the time, just get one little cycle right there and then we're good to go. We'll make the default 10 so I don't have to always worry about the angle I'm orbiting at or keeping range at. Bloop. There we go. So that was good. Felt quite comfortable right there actually tanking. The issue was I didn't overheat. So it would have been a lot better if I had overheated. But we were tanking pretty good there. Half of the time I wasn't even shooting. It felt like I was not shooting a lot of the time. And we could probably use our Afterburner at this point. This ghoster probably isn't helping. And go towards the transfer conduit. Oh, did I take even the loot from the previous one? No, I didn't even take the loot from the previous room. I'm so silly. I'm used to being on the test server where I don't take the loot, so I didn't even bother taking it. It's not like it's the whole world because we're in a cheap Firestorm filament that is not worth a whole lot. I should have perhaps saved the Azul damage control actually. I was just thinking, okay, I use my Azul damage control so I get the cycle going so I at least can take advantage of it later, but maybe I should have saved it. You can think of it like, okay, I used my Azul damage control in the beginning, so I saved some time I could have potentially used or wasted on using my shield boosters. I was thinking of it from that perspective. I wonder if... No, I can't fit a tractor unit, tractor beam right here. Maybe a small NOS. I don't think that would be so useful. This signal amplifier is pretty good, or auto-targeting system, because I get some extra max lock targets. Renewing or a D with this should be super easy. Oh, these little rogue drones are gonna go down so fast. I'll get transfer because they're gonna go fly really fast with the tachyon clad. Then we'll go to the side a bit. This is when we take them out. Popped. Now we take out these Redivas right here. Strike lance, blast lance. Ooh, we're taking a lot of damage right here. Overheat a bit. Overheat. Ooh, we're taking a big hits right there. Where's all the damage coming from? I can use those all damage control. Can use that there. There we go. Now his DPS seems to be stabilizing a bit. No, we don't need a tachyon clad. Please, no tachyon clads. Did not need these tachyon clads right here. All this velocity is not really showing properly. Surprised the amount of damage I was taking. I think it could be because of the rogue drones doing a lot of damage or something. The blast lance maybe, or the strike lance, maybe they're doing a lot of damage because of our low kinetic resist. Maybe we can just keep range and just snipe them like this. Rogue drones do a lot of damage when they get on top of you, so I probably should have been moving to begin with. It would have probably been a bit more favorable for me. Because now they're not doing much damage at all. So you just pop them like that, no issue. Let's go here to the cache. Where all the cache is located in. The fun experience in the Vagabond. Raging Electrical, okay, that's what I'm talking about. You can get some good ISK. Unfortunately, we did not pick up that first loot cache. It could have potentially had some good loot in it. What if it had something really great, like 100 million ISK loot drop? Unfortunately, I was a bit dumb. Or we could have used our drones, actually. Completely neglected my drones. But it seems to be alright. I mean, I think the Vagabond, this Vagabond right here, is performing actually very good for its price. I mean, it's overall not performing. It can perform better because the speed is not particularly fast. We came a little bit close there with those Triglavian waves. But you have to also remember, those Triglavians, they do a lot of thermal damage. We have minus 70% thermal resist, so it's a good, like a worst case scenario when it comes to the tank right there. Tank challenging, but it would be a bit slow if we had a minus 50% and we were to have, like, you know, Lucid Deep Watcher wave, and I can imagine Rogue Drone Battleship as well. But I mean, for the price, 200 million ISK, it felt pretty good anyway. I mean, that's cheaper than a Gila hull, I think. Let's see, how much do the Gilas go for nowadays? Because just yeah, this whole fit is cheaper than a Gila without anything equipped to it. Anything equipped to it. So I mean, that says something. How, I mean, for what you're paying for, you get a really good deal, I would say, here. So I can see why a lot of people like the Vagabond. A lot of people have been telling me, oh, use the Vagabond, use the Vagabond. I know it's a very powerful abyss ship. I just, personally, I'm not a big fan of the Minmatar ships in terms of their appearance and the autocannons. I'm just not a big fan of it. But it is a really powerful ship, this Vagabond right here. Especially for the price as well. I mean, if you bling this, if you had something like high-grade crystals, oof, you would be so crazily powerful. Really powerful. Then you slap that together with a gamma sight, having a big buffer, you will be very powerful. So, Vagabond in the T4 Firestorm. Pretty cheap, pretty good for the price. I'll say that's enough for now, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.